This is Esther's Universe. For those of you who know you were born for more, you feel it in your soul, the call to rise, to lead, to live fully before our time on earth is up. We are no longer playing it small. This is your time. This is your universe. Let's go. Guys, I'm arriving at a point where my spiritual development is starting to make a lot of sense, like the spiritual side of my personal development journey. I'm constantly evolving, as you know if you listen to this pod. And we all are, but I do mine very out loud. I share it with you. So this is an update, I suppose. But I was, for a long time there, living very unconsciously. And then I started to become aware of my own mind, I suppose. I started to become aware of other perspectives of myself. I was gaining awareness. I was learning so many different angles of how to view life from, to use to my own advantage and the advantage of the greater good of the collective, basically. And I'm at this point now where I'm in the embodiment part of the journey, whereas previously I went from being very unconscious to conscious of my mind, my thinking, my inner world, to trying to connect my mind to my body so that I could then properly heal, my body, so that my life on earth is lovely and amazing, and I'm not carrying around all this emotional baggage that I don't need to carry, and not letting it show up as, illnesses and stuff like that, just transforming. And so I finally got my mind and body to be able to speak. It's like they're on the same phone line now. And the phone never actually hangs up. Sometimes there's just a bit of static between them. And that usually shows up as anxiety. But for the most part, my mind and my body are just on the call. And that's been one of the most helpful things I've ever done for myself, is just open up a line of communication, a constant line of communication between my mind and my body. It took practice though. Now it's just there, the phone line's on, but there was so many days where I would have to dial the number. Obviously this is a metaphor to explain this spiritual process. There's no real number to dial. Anyway, so now it's like my mind and my body are communicating to me to go and practice everything I've learned over the last couple of years. Go take my healed self and put it out into the world and see what it's capable of now. You know what I mean? And that's also that's terrifying, because what does that even mean? It's terrifying. It's the unknown. I am always making really big, brave, bold choices in my life, and everyone thinks I'm the bravest cunt, and I am. But it's not because I'm not scared. I am so scared. I'm brave because of how fucking scared I am. I do it anyway. Right? So every time I go to a new chapter, I'm shitting my pants. And I'm like my own biggest cheerleader right now. I'm just my consciousness and my mind, my body, and all of it's just go, babe, go. Just go, don't stop, go. In the direction of putting myself into the public eye, in the direction of being this next level version of myself, showing up as someone totally different. And every fucking day, guys, I am tweaking it just a bit further in the direction of my goal. I'm polishing up this new version of myself that I've never been before. So I'm becoming out loud. I feel like this flower blooming and I'm so naked. I feel so naked. Oh, my throat's tight. It's just saying that. Oh, this is so vulnerable. Even telling you this feels vulnerable. These are my hopes and my dreams, guys. I feel so naked at the moment. And it's no one's even looking right now. Maybe people are looking. It feels like no one cares. No one's even looking. And I'm also just behind the scenes, just so naked. And it's I'm opening the door now to let everyone out there see that I'm naked as well. That's what I'm doing. I'm whew. And every day I got to push the door open just a little bit more. and a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And that seems to be the way that I'm actually making progress, because I thought I could just kick the door and it like didn't come down. And I was like, what? And I was like, oh, don't give up after one kick, babe. This is like a chip away at kind of thing. And so every day I open that door a little bit more. So I'm actually, which leads us to today, I'm taking my app to the next level. It's getting a bit of a facelift and a purpose shift, because I always align my goals and actions and with my values, right? And my values are enriching with new wisdom and everything. And so I'm shifting everything into alignment with that, because as if I wouldn't, I've got to share the goods as they come through. And so the app's getting a facelift. And so is the podcast. The podcast is, I'm leaving a lot of the, look, I'm going to keep sharing my spiritual journey with you. I am 100%, but I don't resonate so much with a lot of the typical spiritual terminology and thinking. I think that it's still just a lot of pack mentality happening. And the whole point of this is to deviate away from the pack mentality thinking into your own autonomous thinking and be able to harmonize with the pack from a very conscious and present place. So much of the spiritual community kind of just takes on someone else's word as truth. And I don't think there's enough people teaching people how to be their own truth. Like, I think it's easy for people to be like, I have the answers for you. I have the answers. And that feels good for them. They are giving answers, and thank you. It's absolutely helpful along the way. But what about another direction? What about you have the answers? And all I can tell you is how I found my answers. And maybe it will help you find yours. But you have your answers. And so when I don't feel like I align with something, I don't know what else to do apart from shift away from it and just start dropping terminology and ways of thinking and stuff like that, because things can easily kind of become their own religion with rules that people follow rather than finding their own inner truth and their own inner voice. And that's the whole thing we're doing here. So finding our own light, because when we can see our own light, we can see the light of others, but we need to share and look within. Anyway, today I have been researching people that I can reach out to share with me and with you guys more about that mind-body connection, more about the way to take all of the amazingness that you are inside and out of that cloud above your head and bring it into your body, into your life. Through like nervous system people who know how to, tell us about the nervous system and the different kind of cool ways that we could probably train our brains and our bodies to speak and connect and everything. And that stuff's so fascinating. I fucking love that stuff. Like, listen to my voice. I'm so excited. Can't wait to talk to people about that. And I want to go into their place and be like, what can you show us? Like, strap me up to your doodah and stick some weak wax on my face and bring up the computer screen. What's happening? Buzz me with the buzzy thing. And like, I want to be involved in it and I want to share it all. And I don't know how it's going to come out. Like, it's probably going to be low budget as fuck, but I want to do it. And I'm like, no one else is coming to make this happen. And I'm like, in my head, previously wasn't doing it because I didn't have like a production team, because obviously I want it to be fucking like Netflix quality perfect. It's me. Of course I want that. I was in this industry for so long. I wanted to be fucking schmick. But how will I ever get to that if I don't begin literally where I am right now with what I've got? So I'm just going to fucking do that. And it's probably going to be shot on my iPhone, and I don't care. And like maybe one professional camera. I'll have a couple of microphones at least. But I want to do it. I want to do this. This lights me up so much. And I've been dreaming this up for so long, and I just didn't know what to like lock down on, like what to share. I just saw myself doing this, but I was like waiting for the what. You know what I mean? And I feel like I've just been given my what. And I wanted to do this. You know who else I want to reach out to? And if you know this person, like if you actually know this person, please hook us up. professionally, I mean, the person or people who run Cool to Be Conscious on the Gold Coast, because there's so much mind-body stuff going on there, and nervous system regulation with the ice baths and the breath work and the group meditation and whatever else they do. That's all amazing. And tell us more. I want to know more. I want to know, like, why? Why do we need to do this? And what's happening? And can you show me? Can we film you showing me? Like, can we do it physically together and talk about it? That's what I want to do. I want to talk to those guys about that. And I want to have those conversations with a lot of people. You know who else I want to talk to? I want to talk to, there's apparently an improv school or improv classes on the Gold Coast somewhere near me. And I want to reach out to them. And I want to be like, tell us what we need to know about embodying an emotion, like, and thinking on the spot like that and being so present in your body. Like, how incredible. What a fucking incredible thing to learn. And can you show me? And can we film it? Like, can I come to one of the classes? And I want to share it with all my friends on the internet. Please let me in. Oh, can you feel my heart exploding? I can. I want to share it with you because hold me accountable. Can you hold me accountable? Can you? Please. Oh my God, this would be the most helpful thing that you could ever fucking do for me. I swear to God, if you listen to my podcast and you're like, damn, she gives me so much value and I wish I could do something for her. This is, I'm getting emotional. This is what you could do for me. Can you hold me accountable? Make sure I do this. Oh my God, I'm crying. You could like message me or comment on my shit, or if you have some other way to like make this happen with me, if you're like, oh, I know someone who could help this happen, like hook us up, please. Oh, and I was on such an error about being seen for like a year. I wanted to know everything about what could possibly block me from wanting to be seen. And I wanted to know everything about being present in the moment. And now I'm on this like journey of embodying that. Everything that I've just learned, I have been embodying it. I already have in a lot of ways, like manifesting myself into the person who would have this realization, basically. I've been embodying this to get to this very point I'm at now. And now with this clarity, like, do you know what I can do with this much clarity, guys? I can fucking focus. I have been looking for a needle point to focus on now for a long time. And I've been searching for it by taking action. So I've, in the scheme of things, to get as clear as I've gotten in my direction in life, I had to go as rogue as I could go. I had to explore so much of the map. And I still want to keep getting more clarity. Like, I never want clarity to end. I love it. It's my favorite game. It really is. I love helping you guys find it too. I think that's why I started this podcast. This has basically been our clarity journey together. Anyway, oh my God, I'm so emotional today. Well, I wasn't before now. I just feel like full of gratitude for the clarity. Anyway, so I think that's all I wanted to tell you, really. Like a summary of the journey that I've been on and how amazing it's been, how grateful I am for it, and how clear I am now as a result of going on that journey. Like, I just follow whatever obsession I have at the time, basically. You know, neurodivergent people, I don't even care if you're not diagnosed. If you're even undiagnosed, but you know you're fucking different, you are included in this. We're really good at knowing a lot of things. We're really good at perceiving a lot at once. And we can also get very overwhelmed with our own perspective. We know how to tap into the emotions of pretty much everyone around us because we do it to find out how they're feeling, because then we adjust ourselves to be what we think they need at the time, because we're very empathetic like that. And we're like, well, I can see what they can't see. So my gift to them to show my love is to adjust myself because they can't see it. Like, they can't see that they could, you know, be thinking differently or whatever. And so then we shrink ourselves
And we know so much and we feel so trapped in these tiny little existences. And because we're not living out who we're meant to be, because we're worried that we're going to upset people, we essentially like disconnect from our bodies as a way to tolerate not using that energy. And instead, that energy just goes haywire in our brains. And it feels like chaos. It feels very mixed up and jumbled, and you can't focus properly. And what's your priority? And like, which one's the most important thing? And that energy has to go somewhere because it's just looping. There's nothing wrong with you. And you're not stuck or anything like that. You're just looping in your head. It's just on loop. And so you need to bring yourself into your body. And the way that you need to bring yourself into your body is obviously physical movement helps. Start literally wherever it is that you need to start, or progress yourself to the next level of what you feel like expanding into, whatever you feel like, whatever makes your heart happy. But start moving your body. And then also using your body to allow yourself to feel different emotions and practice different versions of yourself so that you can explore yourself, explore how your energy likes to come out of your body. So like allow yourself to be more animated. Allow yourself to be more quirky. Allow yourself to be more like a cartoon character. Allow yourself to express physically and expressively, like whatever comes out of your mouth and your body movements and stuff. Like allow that stuff to be colorful. Because you being more neutral as a person to make everyone comfortable is not why you're here. And it's not why, that's not helping anybody. Like you think you're helping people. You think you're being kind, and your beautiful, kind heart is being kind, but it's misguided. You're not helping them. Instead, you're enabling people to remain the same when a little bit of someone showing them that there's more to life, that could shake them out of their mundane life. You shaking yourself out of yours will definitely cause a ripple to shake others out of theirs. And sometimes it's received positively and sometimes it's not. Sometimes who you are is received with open arms and sometimes it's not. But the trick here is the times when you're not received with open arms, not identifying with that. Like that's not your problem. You don't even need to be upset about it. You can literally be like, oh, that's okay. I'm not for them. And every time you're okay with that, you're building up your capacity to shine bright for the people who are out there for you, who are going to love you, who need you to speak up. Okay? I don't even know where that came from, but I just think that you all needed to hear that. If you found this episode today, that was something that you needed to hear today. You're welcome. That was beautiful. I was in flow state. I can't wait to listen back to that. Anyway, keep going on your journey. It's worth it. And I want to keep living mine out loud. And I want to live mine more out loud. And I want to follow what excites me more. And I want to bring you all on the journey with me, even more than this. And it's time for me to expand into what I'm terrified of and be seen more. It's time for me to animate myself more. It's time for me to step into the most colorful version of me that the younger version of me looks up to. Like, I want to make 7-year-old Esther so proud. I want her to be like, oh, that's who I want to be when I grow up. Because kids are not boring cunts. They have bright imaginations, right? As if little you was imagining you being boring. No. Little you was imagining you like a cartoon character, like the most amazing, powerful, strong, colorful, beautiful version of you. Like, as if you weren't. Do you know what I mean? You were the main character. Let yourself be the main character. Let yourself be who your 7-year-old self dreamt up.
I remember being really young and me and my mum were on a train and there was a girl in front of us that got off and she was getting up out of the seat and she had a whale's tail situation going on. So like a really skinny G-string coming up over her hips. And then she had like these really low rider denim jeans on and just like a little tank top, long blonde hair. And I remember being like, that is so cool. I was so young, but I was like, that is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I just remember thinking that she was an original creative genius. I was like, as if you wouldn't do that with the cool stringy things. Like, fun. What a fun thing to do. Not a single part of me thought of it in any kind of way. Like I didn't have any desire to shame her about that in my head. There was no one telling me that that was, tacky or over-sexualized or for men's gaze or women's gaze or anything. Like no one was there to label any of it for me. And I was just like, I want to do that when I grow up. I was like, I won't be able to do it now, but I'm going to do it when I grow up. And did I do it when I grew up? Yes, I fucking did. 14-year-old me was like, pachoo, pachoo. Whenever my parents weren't around, I had those little things up. It was amazing. Anyway, the point of this story is your younger self usually looks at things differently to how you would right now. So try and remember how you saw the world like that and how you saw yourself growing up. And then make that version of you proud. Do it. That's what I'm doing. Because little Esther knew that big Esther was going to be famous. And I feel like little Esther's been trying to tell me this entire fucking time. In case you're new here, I'm going to tell you my motivation for wanting to be famous before you think I'm just some kind of egomaniac. Obviously, I'm not. Anyways, we've all got egos. They're not bad. Use it as a tool. Create an identity that you want to live. Who's your best dream self? Create that. That's you creating an ego intentionally with, love and being conscious. Anyway, what was I going to tell you? I forgot. I went off track. That's the thing about being in the present moment. Sometimes you don't get it back. Actually, that's the fucking lesson. Like it's gone. When I'm in flow state and I'm speaking and I'm just totally in the present moment, if anything takes me out of that, if a thought train changes and I change tracks, that one's gone now. I'm on a new track now. And then all I can do is look over my shoulder into the fucking distance as the other one's like getting even smaller and smaller and further away. That's what it feels like when I change focus, but I'm staying in the present moment. And then if I'm talking to a human being who's not also experiencing what I'm experiencing, like maybe they are, I don't know, but like I was telling them one thing and then my thought train changed, but I can't find the original thought train. It's because what I was saying wasn't constructed. It wasn't something that I was building, trying to create a story around or anything like that. It was just coming through my consciousness completely unfiltered and in a positive direction. Do you know what I mean? So like, it's just presence. And when it's gone, it's over. The moment's over. All we have is right now. Feels like life's greatest lesson, doesn't it? Like it is. It really is. All we have is right now. We never know when we're going to die. What the fuck are we waiting for? What the fuck are we waiting for? To feel better about it? I can fucking tell you, as someone who takes bold decisions in life very seriously, I never feel better about it. I feel more excited about the things that are right for me, 100%. I don't go into things that feel like they're not going in the direction of my goals. But if it's in the direction of my goals, but it's very deeply uncomfortable, I'm doing it. I'm fucking doing it because that excites me too. Because I know that on the other side of that is me arriving at my goal. So just do the thing. We could die at any time. As if you want to be, imagine being like your ghost self at the end of your life. Kind of just like recounting the whole thing and being like, how did I do? Like, what do I, not like no one else is telling you how you did, but you'll be like, how did I do to yourself? Like what was that experience like? You'll reflect, I imagine. my consciousness, I feel like, is going to reflect on itself, and that information goes into the greater pool of information of like all information of all time. That's how it feels to me. And I'll be, reflecting on myself or whatever. I want to know that I did the things that seemed so crazy exciting. Like, it seems so crazy exciting to me to have my own TV series, but I really want that. That would be so fun. Oh, I've got so many different ideas. Like, there's endless angles. There's so many ways that would make me happy. I could do that. Please. Anyway, I'm begging myself, that's all. I'm the one that's going to make that happen, right? Like, the inspiration's there, the energy is there. Just Esther has to not be scared. No, Esther has to feel the fear and do it anyway. That's it. I got to feel the fear and do it anyway. And I do it all the time, but I constantly have to remind myself to do it because, oh my God, the resistance is real. But just got to do it anyway. Got to do it anyway. Because I don't want to get to my fucking ghost self before I disappear into nothingness again. And be like, damn it, I didn't try. Why didn't I try? What was I worried about? I don't want to do that, guys. I want to live it now. I want you to live it now too. I'm not special. I wasn't born with some magical juice that made me like this. I just keep choosing the hard thing. That's the only difference. And then as soon as you start choosing the hard thing, you and I will be very fucking similar. Do you know what I mean? We already are very similar. That's why you're here. Like attracts like. That's like basic physics. I'm so excited for all this new direction. Oh, fucking buckle up, baby. Again, if you know anyone who could help me further along my desires to make this podcast into some kind of semi-fucking Netflix series, basically, and bring you all along on the funnest adventures. If you know someone who you could connect me to, maybe I have something that would make their life better in some way. I would love to do an energy exchange in some way. How fun. Let me know. And also, before I go, please keep me accountable. Please. If you see me not doing this, if you don't see some evidence of this exact conversation showing up on my Instagram and my TikTok, I need you to have a word with me. You are completely welcome to be like, bitch, what are you doing? I want to see you out there shining brightly. I want to see you interviewing people and getting immersed in experiences and sharing it with us along the way and teaching us. And the whole point of this as well, not the whole point of it, but the reason why this clarity came through is because I was searching for things to help me take my app to the next level, because I want to put masterclasses from all of these people into the app. And I want to put the conversation with them like on the podcast and everything, and share what I'm learning about all the fun, cool experiences along the way with you, right? And I need to start that fucking somewhere. So I'm reaching out to people like today. Well, I'm researching them and I'm getting to know what they do and making sure they're aligned first. I'm not just going to fucking send out a bunch of, I mean, maybe one day I get to the point of wanting to do a spray and pray and just hit up 1,000 million people without really looking, but that's not where I'm at right now. I want to make sure that I'm reaching out to aligned people. I'll see how this goes first. This feels right. And yeah, I'm just going to see if I can go meet one of them and create a cool concept with them and bring it to life. And then I want to show that to you, and then you can be like, yeah, you did it. And I'll be like, great, I'll do another one. And then it will be like a series. Okay, great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. I'm tongue-tied. I'm going to go. There's a boat passing outside in case you can hear this buzzing. Check out my app. It's called Theta. People pronounce it all kinds of ways. They say theta and theta and theta. And like, I like to just say theta. So this is your first and final warning. My app is Theta. Anyway, check it out. There's meditations and everything on there that will help you rewire your brain and also teach you a bit about your nervous system. And there's also this shadow work part where you can, like, it's journal prompts, and it helps you understand your shadow and then rewrite your story to get clarity for your next direction. So that's pretty lit as well. And it's super affordable. So check that out. And tell your friends about it if you love it, please. And thank you very much. And, I've opened the books for calls at the moment because when I'm going through a period of big change like this in life, I find that there are other women out there who really need my help because I alchemize so quickly. So I go through something and then I'm like, I've got the information, who wants it? You know what I mean? And then I just open up the books for calls every now and then. And then people just come in and it's always super aligned and we're always going through a very similar kind of trajectory, and I've got the information from the perspective that they need. And that's so fascinating how it works like that. I love that a lot. So if that feels like you, and depending on when you listen to this, obviously, if you're like, oh my God, I need this call right now, go into the show notes or on my social media. There's like a link in my bio and you can book a call in there at the time of this recording anyway. So just check it out, see if it's there. If it's not, I'm sorry. I've obviously gone on to other things. I just open the books when it feels needed. I'm so delusional today. No, delirious. I'm always delusional. I'm delirious today. Because this happens when I'm having a big bout of like wisdom and clarity and everything hit me in the face. I always feel so happy, so abundant, so grateful. It's like such a high vibe, and I just had to bottle it up because you know how energy works, right? Like it's coming through the sound waves right now. So this is a frequency and sound waves are a frequency. And so it's all just coming through me and into your ears. So this energy, this whole podcast is full of energy of a very high, clear frequency, basically. And it's just vibrating in your body right now. And it has been for the last like half an hour. You are so welcome. This is literally how it works. Anyway, so jump on the vibe. Be like, oh my God, so excited for her. I can feel it in my body right now too. So I'm going to visualize my version of it. Like what does that look like for me feeling this way? Do you know what I mean? And then you kind of grab the vibe that you're in listening to this, and then you take it for a ride in your own direction. And then you get clarity from that vibration. This is like what sharing wisdom does when we share it in a place where we're kind of just having the epiphany, when we're like, oh my God. Those kind of moments. Try and capture them, because whoever hears that energy can use that. That's how I use social media. This is why I evolve so quickly. I'm literally watching videos of people who have the lives that I want, and I'm eating their frequency and then shifting my perspective into my own life being at that frequency in my mind's eye, and then it gives me directions. That's how I get directions. This episode is full of so much wisdom. Fuck. Oh my God. Ooh, these are good. These are gems. I'm going to listen back to this. I feel like I need to turn these into Instagram posts or something. More people need to see this. Anyway, share the episode with your girlfriends, because this is a treat for everybody. And if I do say so myself, oh my God, I gotta go. Big things are coming for all of us. Big things, all right? We're all killing it. We are exactly where we're meant to be. We're at the perfect place at the perfect time. Perfect place at the perfect time. You are at the perfect place at the perfect time. Don't resist it. You are at the perfect place at the perfect time. Use it all to your advantage. Everything that's happening in your life, use it to your advantage. Okay? I love you so much. Can you rate this episode? Help me bump this up the algorithm. Get this the fuck out there. It's so good.